guys, good morning. I miss all of you. It's a little weird to be doing a virtual Sunday school, especially when I am doing it in a room all by myself and desperately wishing that I could see your faces and your smiles, that we could play games and laugh together. But unfortunately, we can't do that. But what I want you guys to know is that I am praying for you, that I'm thinking about you and your family in the midst of all of the craziness. I'm hoping that you are having fun, that you are enjoying this time with your family, that you're not going too crazy, and that you're not driving your parents too crazy. And that this would just end up being a really good time for you guys. And truth be told, I'm really curious to see what God is going to do in the midst of all of this. Because God always takes the awful, uncomfortable things in our life, and he uses them to make us and everyone else around us be better people, to make us more like him. And so I am hoping and praying that, and knowing that God is going to take this and he's going to do something big and something major that we can't even possibly imagine. But today, I wanted to remind you of our monthly theme. We are doing DIY. Forgiveness is up to you. And forgiveness is something that is not easy. In fact, it's very hard, especially when we feel hurt or wronged or feel like someone has done something that how could we ever possibly forgive them? But that's where God wants us to remember our memory verse for this week. Our memory verse for this week talks all about forgiveness. It says, put up with one another. Forgive one another if you are holding something against someone. Forgive just as the Lord forgave you. And that's what I want you to remember, is that God forgave us when we were being completely unforgivable, when we weren't loving God the way that we should, and yet he chose to die for us and to forgive us, even though we didn't forgive, or even though we didn't deserve it. And so that's what God wants us to remember when we look at other people, that we were forgiven in a huge way, and that we can forgive other people in the same exact way. And so the various bottom lines that we've had, the first week was forgive others because God forgives you. Second week was when you forgive others, it can change them. It transforms people when you offer them forgiveness for something that they did to you. Last week, which we didn't actually get to do because everyone was home, is take the first step to forgive others. And then finally today, everyone needs to be forgiven. And I mean everyone. I mean myself, I mean Pastor Jerry and Pastor Mike, your parents, you, your friends that you think don't deserve to be forgiven for whatever reason. Everyone needs forgiveness. Everyone needs to be forgiven. And so I just pray that this week, as you encounter people or think about people that have hurt you in the past, that you would remember that God forgave you and that everyone needs to be forgiven. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next week.